Okay, we'll see if that helps. All right, so Galfine. Actually, we got one more. Do we get all those questions answered?
I mean, Caffeine said she didn't have a nickname, but I came up with some pretty good ones for her.
But that means we still need an answer from the asker of the question.
Yeah. The Kitten Jerky King.
That doesn't really roll off the tongue, you know.
KJK.
No.
Yeah, I'm not calling you that.
All right, Galfine.
Hi, Beanie.
All right, Galfine. As usual, last to ask the question.
So, if one person were to be removed from the party at your choice, who would you want it to be?
Me.
Ooh.
What would happen to them if they're removed?
Couldn't be worse than what happened last time.
I suppose they just leave. They're just not here.
I wouldn't pick anyone. They picked us to be a team for a reason, right? We should figure it out.
My fantastic teamwork skills.
Yep.
Any part of uses and names that is has a sexual connotation or an excessively violent connotation.
You say obsessively violent or sexual? I could be both. Definitely one of those two.
All right, Zug, what's your answer?
Any one of these losers can get out of my party.
Woo!
That's not very nice.
Galfine,
Losers.
answer your own question.
Can't take my answer.
But you can.
No, you can't. Rock, paper, scissors.
Either Zug or Harcourt.
Damn, shots fired.
I mean, they're not being very
Preferably
nice.
both.
For what?
Well, I mean, you want to leave, so... All right.
That's stung? Is that what that says? You're stung?
Oh, yeah. You did suddenly totally freeze up. Tom got straight up stung.
Yup.
Zug and all these emojis, I'm going to have to keep up.
All right. Well, that's going to make this next job that you've got to take care of a little bit awkward now, isn't it? That you know one of your party members wishes you were out of the team. So he gets back. Oh, it's all off center again, isn't it? Nope. Good deal. All right. So, while we wait for Charles to get back, sure. Too soon. Jesus. And the Discord goes crazy.
Why do you have to get rid of it?
Because it's a GIF and she can't deal with the fact that it's animated. She's hashtag triggered by it. Alright, so for those of you who may not remember, you were still tasked with taking a second journey with a cart full of livestock from the territory of Rezix, right here, to the Zo territory.
Alright, so we gotta go over the plan for the citizen arrest.
Yes. Nope, Charles is returning now, so good timing to do so.
Meg.
Loading, loading, loading.
I keep looking and thinking it's short for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know what TNMD is.
It's like a social media thing.
No. This needs more dragons.
Oh. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, dirtles.
I thought you said dirt holes.
Also that. Needs more dirtling dirt holes.
Why? It's not even that funny. Oh.
Dirtling dirt holes! Digby?
Bixby, that's on your phone, right?
Yes, Bixby is on my phone. I wish Bixby would stop
Bixby
being
Canyon
my phone.
Bridge is a Death Cab song. Do you want me to play it for you?
No, I do not. Is this Meg suddenly or not Meg, Pax trying to play me a Death Cab song? Because Death Cab isn't in my universe.
No, it's just a song I happen to know called Bixby Canyon Bridge.
Okay.
Alright, so Meg wasn't here when we were planning this. So
Yes.
gotta
So to catch you
Well,
up,
he's gonna be
Meg,
the decoy.
the party discovered.
Gotta use her pronouns.
The party has discovered.
My pronoun.
The party has discovered that there is that you guys have the right when a person is acting against the structure within the system to make a citizen's arrest. To do so, you effectively detain the person and bring the person back to either the house for the house to deal with the problem or to whatever relevant authority would be in control of it. So if it is a across multiple house lines, you would bring them back to the Ministry of Trade for judgment to occur.
Okay, and we would bring this person though to Zoe, House Zoe.
In this particular case, you would bring this person into House Zoe because they are committing. Technically, you could bring it either way. You could bring the person to House Zoe, or you could bring it to the Ministry of Trade.
Let's bring it to the Ministry of Trade. Fuck out, though.
There are benefits and negatives in each direction for doing so. And those will vary. There's no amount of research you could have done to identify which of the two options would be the better option.
The benefit is we don't have to deal with House Zoe.
One very clear one that you could probably think of, though, is that Zoe is quite a wealthy house, and they would have more ability to compensate you for bringing a trader to them, whereas the Ministry of Trade is just simply going to do whatever the minimum legal guidelines are in the situation, which ultimately is probably just going to be bringing them back to Zoe for a reward.
All right, yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So we're gonna be.
What's here? I missed it.
So basically, that's right. You disconnected when we were on the first session. The party when they were running the caravan, they discovered that at the entrance to House Zoe, there are toll takers that are asking a toll that is outside of the accepted max toll for transporting items on the roadway.
It's illegal.
Yeah. So this guy's extorting money from us too. So. And he's illegally wearing armor.
Yes. So one of the key laws that exist to make sure that toll takers don't end up being an extortion racket of sorts is that toll takers aren't allowed to wear greater than a certain type of armor and greater than a certain level of magic upon that armor. So they have to be as minimally defensed as possible, whereas this toll taker is clearly wearing something underneath his normal armor to add some additional protection.
Why aren't they allowed to be protected?
Because if you have a group of toll takers who is significantly more armored than the people delivering products, they are more incentivized to try to put them in intimidating situations. It's also why there is a max number of people allowed to be on toll duty at any given time.
All right, guys, and another thing to remember is that we're not citizens arresting until he actively takes the money. So
what does it mean to
don't arrest him too early.
arrest him?
Well,
What do we have to actually do?
Well, we're gonna probably knock him unconscious and bring him to the authorities.
Why do we have to hurt him?
Well, if he surrenders, you do know that if
Yeah.
he surrenders, that you guys can you can choose not to fight him.
Yeah, I mean, if he just surrenders, then we can, just bring him to the authorities like we're supposed to. Otherwise, we'll have to knock him out or something if he's not going willingly.
Or something.
All right. Are there any specific details of this plan you want to do you want to discuss?
Yeah, like I said, so the main thing is that we have to wait until he actually takes the money. Otherwise, the only thing we would have him on is the illegal armor. So don't do anything until after that. I assume you want to try and talk to him
Yeah.
before we have to, knock him out or whatever. Just make sure.
There's no need to hurt anybody.
Okay, yeah, like I'm fine with attempting to get him to just surrender. We'll probably need to bring like something like rope or handcuffs or something then.
Got it.
Excellent.
Oh, I don't have my handcuffs. Sorry.
Do you have rope though?
Oh, yes.
Perfect.
Okay. So then from that point, you guys can head on over to the Fan Hands building, where you'd previously gotten together with the cart.
We don't have manacles. We just are tying them up with rope.
Yeah, unless one of you wants to really quick run somewhere and get manacles.
I had manacles. Did I get them back?
You can request them back.
I'm requesting.
Okay. They ask for what purpose do you plan to use them?
In case I have to do a citizen's arrest.
Oh, fair enough then. And they have somebody fetch your manacles, bring them back out to you. You'll need to return these by end of day. If they are not currently in use by another organization, you'll need to have them sign off on this form. Should you be turning someone over to another authority with the manacles upon them?
Take them off my list?
Probably, but I know you had them.
Silk rope, ink pen. Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you did.
Take that back. No, it was the thieves' tools they took.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Sorry.
All right, so you do not get manacles.
I asked.
Yeah. Well, they will not give you stuff that you don't have. So they go and check your stuff, and they're like, "We don't see any manacles here." Okay. So you guys meet up with the cart. You then begin your quite lengthy journey back to the ranch over in House Resix. Once again, you guys are welcome to help load the cart. If you do so, it will make the time a little bit shorter.
I can help.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Hold on a second.
I would also like to help.
Okay. Or a profession ranching, if you happen to have some...
I don't have ranching.
Okay, so it's just going to be a strength check.
For both of us?
How do I do a strength check?
You click on the word strength and in your stats on the top left. Alright, Galfine, you are helping move those pigs pretty well. Ooh,
Look at me.
Pax actually puts in some real effort here.
I did so good. I'm helping.
Alright. So things get loaded a little bit faster. And once more, you make your way down the roadway. Passage is pretty much the same as it was before. Until once more, you all arrive. Can I grab it as a group? No, but I think I can move the miniatures, right? That functions the same. Whoops. Nope. Sorry, still new to this part of this. Oop. 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 And oop. Everybody seeing the map?
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent. So, let me in a bit here. And so, we need to make some adjustments here because this is as if all of you were on your way back once more. So we got the card in position. Galfine, you'd be about here. Meg, presumably. If you guys want to put yourself where you would be in conjunction with the cart as the cart is traveling down the roadway.
Oh, as it's traveling?
Yes.
How do we know where we'd
I'll
be?
stay there then.
Just wherever you think you would like wherever you think you would walk or like be around the cart.
Wait, I can't be on the cart?
There are animals all on the back of the cart, so you'd have to be riding on the thing. You could theoretically be on the cart. It's just going to be very cramped.
Oh well, I'm a goblin, so I'm pretty small.
Yeah, no, that should be fine. It's still a little cramped because again, it's like wall to wall animals, pigs and sheep.
I'm not gonna be on the cart with the animals. Then I'm gonna be like down here or something next to it.
So once again, the guy at the toll operator glances over at the rest of you. Don't put an X over yourself. You're not dead yet.
But yeah, it's kind of concerning, but okay.
You're back. I assume you have my money and the extra that you owe me from last time? Yes, we brought the additional funds that you've requested. We're sorry we had the totals incorrect. Along the trip, did anybody key in the tradesman on what you're planning to do? Or is this going to be a surprise to him?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I think I would let him know.
Okay.
Make sure that he's fine with that before we left.
Okay. So he says, yeah, if you believe the numbers are correct and you think you can prove it, he'll just do what he would normally do, and then he's gonna step out of the way as soon as he hands over the money.
Cool.
So he walks forward, and that is going to...
Yeah, we can start moving forward too.
Sure. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so the guy goes ahead and takes the money and starts counting it through. Looks to be all here.
So, Whitney, you wanted to start, or should I just say we're citizen arresting him right now?
What would I do to start? Would I do a diplomacy?
Well, first you would tell me what you want to say to him, and then once you explain what you're going to say to him, we'll go ahead and roll the diplomacy.
I don't think it's really fair that you're asking us for extra money.
What do you mean extra money? We're doing this according to the rules. We can tell that you have X number of carts with X amount of stuff, so it equals out to the total we're charging you.
No, we double checked. You're charging us more than it actually costs. That's not fair.
We're charging you what is fair. We're well aware of what is fair.
I can show you the rules. I looked at them.
Oh, you looked at them. You must fancy yourself a little expert on the topic, huh?
No, I mean, I just know how to read pretty good for a goblin.
Okay, go ahead and give me a diplomacy. You know, I don't think I like this.
What do you mean?
You come in here and you start trying to accuse me of mischarging. I know for a fact that what I am charging is what I am charging.
Why don't we go to House Zoe and ask them just to double check?
No, we don't need to do that because I know my math.
No, I think we're gonna do that. We're placing you under citizen's arrest.
All right. As soon as you say that, you notice that the archers pull their bows back, and he changes his stance slightly, and everybody needs to roll initiative. To do that, click on your character, by the way, before you roll the initiative button. I need to figure out. I think actually do that from elsewhere.
Which one?
How do I bring up the? This function might be. There we go.
Oh, even the cards get to fight?
Apparently so. What's weird is the cards get to fight, but I can't figure out why. What is going on here? They trash the cards. Do this to put them on there. Oops. He doesn't have teleport. Let me move him back here.
Are we supposed to be able to see other people's names on their tokens?
Theoretically, you won't be able to see the names of these. I wonder if I have to do this. Hold on.
I can only see my own name.
Same here.
Give him sit points. Okay. And then I should be able to, let's see if this works. Nope, that does not work. How do I make this? Looks like we are missing Meg's initiative. No, Meg, click on your character, then open up your character sheet, and then click the initiative button. Why did the carts end up in it? There we go. But I can't get him to.
Does that mean he's resisting arrest?
Hold on. I figured out at least how to add them to this.
Half ice and some tea.
I may have to build them in. I was going to try to do this off of other stats. Yeah. So how do I can set this manually. Okay. Up. Wow. One of them rolled really well. Or two of them rolled really well. Alright. So, how do I sort this? Why is this way out of turn order? Come on. Descending. Alright, there we go. So, do you guys see their names actually now on the turn order sheet?
No, I only see mine.
Okay. Not even on where it says turn order and lists everything?
No, it
Correct.
shows symbols.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know it did that.
Just my name, yeah, is all I see.
Okay, whoops. I should add him as well. He's gonna go at the end of the round. No, I'll go ahead and give him an initiative. Okay, not too bad. Let me resort these real quick.
Be at the very
All right. So Ambrosius goes first. That is the main guard. And he is going to... probably just take a step on over. 1, 2, 3. And make an attack at Pax.
What do I do?
So I'm going to ask for your AC in just a moment. So does a... Oh, nope, that does not hit. He, like, starts moving in on you, and, like, inadvertently his elbow, like, bumps against the tradesman that's with you, and the tradesman, like, looks at him for a moment and goes, "That had better not have been on purpose." And you see him, like, just kind of pull away and go, No.
Okay.
So whenever you roll a 1 in my game, whenever you roll a 1 period, you always miss. So you'll notice on his d20 roll, there's a 1. So it's an automatic failure.
Before the bonus.
Yep. Alright, so the next guy goes. The archer up here is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And is going to take a shot at Zug here. Zug does an 8 hit.
No.
All right. Harcourt, you're up.
Sorry,
How far away is
how do you know that an 8 doesn't hit?
My armor class.
Yeah, you'll look at your character's armor class, and if the number that's rolled is higher, then it's a hit. If it's or equal to or higher, then it's a hit. If it's lower, it's a miss. Yep. So they would need a 14 in order to hit you. Their total would have to be a 14. All right, Harcourt, you're up.
What's my range to the archer?
So you would have to get up on top of this. So this is actually a wall with a series of like a tower over top. So the cart would basically be able, if you look at where the road continues through, here, whoops, here. This is actually like this is like an overlay on about 10 feet up, so that the carts would be able to roll through and they could look down and make sure there's no like illegal goods or like extra goods being snuck in that weren't originally part of the arrangement. So they are elevated about 10 feet up. But there are ladders, if you look at these little red things here, oops, there are ladders located here and here that will get you up onto their level.
Basically, I have no line of sight.
Yes. Oh, no, not with a melee weapon. You do have line of sight with a ranged weapon.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Okay, so yeah, if you moved like 5 or like about one hex over, you'd be able to toss something at him. Or shoot something at him.
That's what I'm looking to do.
Yep. So you should be able to just click and drag your character over. 1 hex. Yep. There you go.
And we will bring on my sheet. Ah!
Nope.
Crap.
Goes real wide. Alright, that'll bring us to Zug.
Alright.
Can you end the botch fest? Ugh.
I'm targeting the guy who went after me.
Okay. Yeah. Does that not have... I thought that had an attack roll. Or is that just always a hit? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a force, but he can reflex for half, it looks like. Actually, no, that's not checked.
No, you got it.
So that means he can't. Okay.
Okay.
And then it gets +1 from my intense spells.
Okay. Okay.
So that'd be 5.
Yep. Do you guys see a life bar, a health bar above him?
No.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure it wasn't doing that, because I don't like health bars. Alright, that'll take us to the tradesman, who's going to back up. Oh, wrong character. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, he's going to move to here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 25. And he's going to try to make sure the carts don't end up running off if things get too wild. Pax, you're up.
What do I do?
So here you have a number of options. If you have a ranged weapon, you could attack, you could attempt to, or if you have a melee weapon, you could attempt to attack. If you don't want to attack...
I have a whip.
If you don't want to attack, you can also attempt to withdraw. So you can move up to 30 feet away.
Could I use the whip to ensnare somebody so they don't run away?
You could attempt to use the whip on the guy in front of you.
How do I do that?
So you would click on your attack roll with the whip on your character sheet.
So, like, ensnaring somebody with your whip, is that like an ability, or are you just like?
No, in this case, it would be an attack. If she wanted to try to wrap somebody up, that's a series of feats. So she'd be trying to make a grapple with it. Oops, I don't know why that says versus will, but yeah, that is not a hit. That is definitely, for some reason, mapping that. It's adding correctly. But yeah, that is a miss. Do you want to take a 5-foot step? So you can move 5 foot from the hex you are in into another hex within 5 feet, or another adjacent hex. Do you want to take that movement?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. That will take us to Meg. What do you want to do, Meg?
In any way, and most of my stuff is actually geared toward healing and combating undead.
Okay.
So at this point, I'd like to hold my action and see what happens to the rest of the round.
Yeah.
And then I'll go interrupt at the beginning of the round if somebody gets injured.
Okay, that works. By the way, Mike is 100 times more clear. I don't know what the heck happened, but it's pretty great. Alright, that's going to take us to the other archer, who's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and attempt an attack at Galfine. Galfine does a 12 hit.
Yep.
That's a hit. Hooray!
My AC is 11.
For 1 point of damage. Got him! Alright, so that's going to take us to Galfine. Oh wait, actually, Charles, you had an interrupt. Galfine has been mildly injured. One whole point of damage was taken. You're muted.
Can you now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so Galfine is which number?
Galfine is number 7, up at the top next to the purple. The tradesman, the person in the purple robes. See why you guys can't see names. I would like you guys to be able to see names.
The top near the tradesman. Up here?
Yep, that is her.
What's that?
That is her.
Okay.
Let's see if I have to do something extra in them to...
10, 25, 30.
Oh, if you want to see nameplates, shoot. No, that still should show... You don't see each other's nameplates either?
No.
Okay. How about if I do... this? Can you now see Galfine's name and health bar?
Only
I can.
Delphines.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I just need to do it for everybody. I figured out where. So each of you guys can do it. If you double click on your character, there's an advanced tab, and you can click on the name, and bar 2 will show their HP bar.
What do we do at bar 2?
All right.
You check C on both bar 2 and name. Under advanced.
I don't see any advanced. I'm just under edit token.
So once you double click on it, there's a basic tab underneath that, and then an advanced tab. I'm doing it for everybody either way. So
Okay. I don't
Just
see
as
that.
a token on my.
okay, so maybe you guys can't.
I see this.
Do you guys all now see names though? And
Yes.
you're not a ninja, Tom.
Oh.
Okay, let's carry on then. So Galfine, you're up.
Here now. Thanks.
Yes. Did you
did-
want to heal, Meg? Did you want to heal Galfine for 1 or more? You still muted. Here we go. Oh. Nobody has manacles, by the way. I don't know when that was said. For 3 Kias. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I just saw the roll, so I was fixing the other thing. Alright, so Galfine, you are healed for 3. And then it will be your action.
But I just go up to max, right?
Yes, you can't go above max. So then I'll move Meg to 7.
Okay. Can I go up to the main dude and attack him?
Yeah, you have 30 feet of movement, so that is 6 squares. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, or actually, yeah. There you go. And make your attack. Oh, that is a crit!
Whoa.
Does that mean he's dead?
And that will confirm. No, actually, that will not confirm, unfortunately. So he is still standing. But that is still for some solid damage. 11 damage, hurts him real bad. So he is not looking good. And he is going
Here's
to
some first aid.
eventually. He is going to attempt to return the favor.
I would not like a favor returned. Thank you very much.
Ooh, with a hit, I believe. Does a 23 hit?
I don't know. Does 23 beat an 11?
Oh, for 1 whole damage. Jesus, these guys are sucky.
Man, really returning the favor over here.
Pokety
I
pokety
feel
with this
so
long
hard.
sword. Pokety pokety. Alright, that'll take us to the other archer. Who's going to step in a bit and also fire down on you, Galfine.
Jeez.
Can they do more than 1 damage, though? That's
Gotta get Galfine some armor.
And that's a miss. Harcourt, you're up.
Oh, where am I? I can't get around 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not for him to run. Yeah, it is. Nah, the hell with it. Step in and give him a little of my rapier.
Alright, that is a hit. For 5 points of damage.
Testing his colon.
Oh.
He is looking pretty battered.
Give up.
Never! You are in the wrong. If we fall, we'll be on your head. Zug.
Alright. Missiling the dude again.
Okay. Oh, for one.
Two damage.
2 damage at least, yep, because you got your bonus.
Yep.
Doing slightly better than everyone else over here.
Blood is kind of like falling down his face pretty heavily. Between the bits of force damage he has taken and the pairs of slashes that have occurred and pierces that have occurred, any normal person, you assume by this point, would just give up. But he seems intent on standing his ground.
Yep, he knows he's wrong.
Pax,
Hi.
what do you want to do?
I don't really know what my options are. I only
So,
have one weapon.
One of the things you can do here, because you're a bard, is you can do your bardic inspiration. So your bardic inspiration will give everyone a +1 to their attack and damage.
Okay.
So you can, if you go to your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
you can click in the... Let me see if I can see where it is here so I can guide you real quick. Oops.
Yeah, I don't see inspiration.
So you go to... Oops, wrong character. So if you go to your spells,
Mm-hmm.
you can click on Inspire Courage that's there, under Spell-like. Did I put details in here? Yes. So everyone within 60 feet of Pax gets +1. Every ally within 60 feet of Pax gets +1 to attack and damage. Okay. That'll take us to the other archer, who has set his sights on Meg. Huh. Meg, does a 6 hit? What is with NPCs I control? They're either lethal crit monsters or they're flailing around mindlessly.
Yeah, they wasted their good rolls on initiative.
Yep. I'm assuming that does not hit Meg.
What did the initiative part mean?
So initiative determines the order in which you go in combat rounds. So when you...
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. That will determine whether or not you get to act before other people do.
Okay.
Alright, Meg, your action. Galfine has taken another 1 point of damage. And thus far, that is it.
I'm getting so hurt right now. You wouldn't even believe.
Okay, no problem. Galfine, do you want to take your action while we wait on Charles?
Yeah, sure. I am going to attack him again.
Okay. And that is going to be a miss. That would have been some good damage, though, if you could have nailed it. But he, as you swing, he just kind of, like, slides out of the way because your weapon's not quite long enough.
Am I sensing something over there?
Alright, Meg, we are back to you.
Delphine Guidance.
Okay, excellent.
The next hit is +1.
Yep. So your next attack roll is at +1, Galfine.
Well, also, she has the +1 from me, too, right?
Yes, they are bonuses that do stack. So that will take us to the main gentleman. who is going to attempt to,
Do more than 1 damage?
I mean, hopefully. And crit threat
Who is this against?
against Galfine. Does an 11 confirm?
What if it's the same number as my AC?
That confirms.
You know, maybe I shouldn't have opened my mouth.
I mean, you gotta be honest. Oops, that doesn't work. I gotta
What
put a
does
slash there.
confirm mean?
So, in order to critically hit an opponent, you need to, if you roll a d20, it means you have the potential to deal some amount of damage in addition to your regular damage, anywhere from double to quadruple. But in order to confirm that, you have to roll a d20 again, and if you successfully hit on that second attack, then you deal the additional damage.
Critical meaning like she's dead?
No, just that she would take. So right now, I'm getting to roll I'm getting to roll 2d8s for this damage, and so she's going to take the 7 plus the 8. So she's going to take 15 points of damage here.
How many points can she take?
That's up to what her hit points are. Please adjust your hit points
13.
accordingly. So she's going to go down.
She's dead?
She's just unconscious right now, and she's bleeding out. So right now there is blood spilling out of her onto the ground.
Will my cure light wounds help?
It will indeed when it's your turn.
Well, hurry up.
Donovan gets to go.
No one cares about you, Donovan.
Donovan is going to turn his attention to Harcourt, since Harcourt also did some damage. He is going to... Does a 16 hit Harcourt?
I believe so. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, on the dot. For 8.
For 8 damage.
Yep. Don't put an X over yourself, you're not dead.
But there's a little, like, dead icon.
No, hang on. You can use the...
See, there's, like, a little dead icon.
Yeah, I don't like that dead icon. No X.
That icon's not good enough for you?
No, the dead icon's not good enough for me. You're not dead. I don't know. I don't like any of these icons. Scroll down a bit. There we
I
go.
don't know how
Let's
you guys can see these
let's use this
icons.
arrow.
Everything is tiny.
I'm radiated.
You are not radiated. Take that radiation off. Alright, Harcourt, are you still up? Yeah, you're still up.
Yeah, I'm still up.
Someone's gotta be.
Alright, Harcourt, it's on you.
Take him down.
Stab him in
Yeah.
the neck for me.
He is bleeding
Here we go.
profusely. And that is unfortunately not going to be a hit.
That's what I figured.
Alright, Zug, it's up to you.
Alright. I'm about to roll some max damage. Actually, let me check Magic Missile. Does that do more than 1d4? No, right?
Technically, it is 1d4 plus 1, so you'd have 1d4
okay,
plus
so I'd get
2.
plus 2.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with...
And you get +1 from me.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it was.
Right.
Hang on, Steve. So I
You
had
still
16.
you still would have missed even with the plus 1.
So, I did 5.
Alright.
Yeah, and the Bard... What was the Bard giving? +1 attack?
Plus 1 to attack and damage.
And damage.
Damage to spells? No, though, right?
No, not damage to spells.
Okay.
So he is down. He's gonna get X'd.
Wait, so he gets dead?
He gets X'd.
Oh, but I don't get X because
You
I'm
don't.
not good enough. For
You're
that.
not good enough for X's. X's are for NPCs.
See how it is?
Alright, Pax, you are up.
Nelson, leave.
I wanna heal. Hold on, let me find the heals.
Okay. So if you go to your character sheet and then you go
Yeah.
to... Okay.
Uh-huh.
Just click on the spell and it should do it automatically. There you go. You heal... Galfine, you heal for 5 points of damage.
Does that bring
So I
her
go
back
to
up?
5.
Yep, that will bring her back up.
Oh, good. I was worried about you.
Also, you can talk as a free action if you want to, like, try and diplomacy these dudes that are following them down.
Does it? Can I do more than one thing on a turn?
You can. You
Talking,
In this
yeah.
particular case, you can because it is talking.
So I can roll a diplomacy?
You can give me a diplomacy roll. Also, Michelle, it's important for you to know that in this game, I don't know if you've been playing 5th edition or if you've been playing Pathfinder, but in Pathfinder, you go negative. You don't go to 0. So if you take
look
damage,
at that
you go negative.
diplomacy.
Oh.
It's
So
when
I
you
don't-
hit negative your Constitution score that you're dead.
Oh, I don't know what I'm at then.
So you would have you were, I think, at -2, so you'd be at +3 right now.
Okay.
With your diplomacy, the two of them, and them seeing their leader defeated, the two of them drop their bows.
Good.
All right.
We
Let's
surrender.
All right. Let's get everyone collected. Tie up the main dude.
Okay.
Tying him up.
All right, Harcourt, give me a. Use rope still a skill?
No,
I don't remember what you use for tying now.
it's a sleight of hand.
Sure, I'll allow that. Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So he is substantially tied up. I'm gonna bring.
All right, he has on illegal armor, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay. And do I know? Am I supposed to like leave the money on him or collect it or collect the evidence?
You should be leaving all evidence on his person.
Okay. All right, and so yeah, we're gonna take him to the zoo. They'll give us the better reward.
Okay. Who are you guys gonna carry him? How are you gonna transport him?
Yeah. So
The two of them,
Well,
by the way, come down here. And claim they were just following orders repeatedly.
yeah, we'll let
Good, then
we'll let
they can
House Zoe
they
figure it
can
out.
load his ass on a cart.
Okay, they'll load him onto the cart.
Probably the one with the shit in it.
Well, is the cart willing to bring us over there?
Yeah, they're willing to try to make a little bit of room and throw and like kind of hoist him over the backs of one of the mules and let the mule kind of carrying him on.
All right, cool. And Gelfine, you should probably follow along next to him in case he, starts to get back up,
Right.
try and escape or anything.
No, Cardi's gonna be.
Can everybody give me a perception?
Yep.
Okay, Zug, Harcourt, and Pax. You notice that as the two of them are loading the guy onto the cart, they seem like they seem to be having trouble, and they keep bouncing him against the wall of the cart.
All right, I'm stopping that.
What? We're trying to get him in the cart.
Nope.
Are they trying to kill him or something?
Give me a sense motive.
I think they're probably trying to loosen up these ropes.
Okay. Pax, you think Zug might be onto it? Harcourt, Meg, you also saw what they were trying to do. Harcourt, let me give this a shot. Yeah, Harcourt, you are fairly certain that you notice that as they're swinging, they seem to be like orienting the head a little closer to the wall of the cart in the process.
What exactly do you gentlemen think you're doing?
Getting him on the cart.
Put it, let go and drop him. Right where you are.
They both step back and let go. The one at his head side lets go first.
So he was in the cart, right?
He was not yet in the cart. They were trying to load him into the cart.
Oh.
So now he is laying on the ground.
Okay.
All right, I guess whoever's strongest here, like the two strongest of us, might want to try and load him.
Well, Galfian is the strongest person in the party, so...
Alright, I got a 7 strength, so I probably shouldn't try and load him.
Galfian, do you want to try to load him? Give me a strength check. Okay, you get him successfully loaded into the cart. He is covered in blood, by the way, so you are now, like, drenched in this guy's blood.
Alright,
I know? I'm drenched in blood before, so nothing really new.
Okay.
Yeah, Meg, let's get a little bit of healing on him so he doesn't die on us.
Sure.
You want me to cure light wounds?
No, that's too much. We need to just heal, like, 1.
Just enough to keep him from bleeding out and dying on us.
But he's probably easier to transport this way.
So is anybody healing him, or is anybody gonna do a heal check?
I thought they wanted Meg to do it.
Somebody. Not me, that's for sure.
Sleight of heal check, nice.
Okay.
Slide a heal.
On a 23, you can identify that he's dead.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's not waste that healing.
Alright, so what legally, what does this mean for a citizen's arrest?
So,
Rest in the A.
so in this particular case, there's going to be an investigation. So you guys will have gotten him loaded onto the cart at this point. Once he is loaded onto the cart, you take the two of them and bring them back. How so will then ask that you're... Well, first of all, have you guys reached a consensus as to whether or not you're taking them to House So or to the Ministry of Trade?
Yeah, House Zoe, because it was more rewarding.
Yes, they should pay handsomely for a corpse.
Shouldn't the other two get in trouble though too, because they were part of it?
The other two will get in trouble. They've accepted the terms of the
They're
arrest.
accomplices.
Yes. They're gonna plead that they are that they were just doing what they were told, that they had no idea what was happening. So if you're taking it back to House Zoe, then all of you will... Let me send all of you over to the other map real quick. And show you where you end up. Figure out how you group throw people into things. No dying on my stream there, Tom.
Yeah, we just already
I'm not
had it,
making any
Jeff.
promises.
All right. So you guys will end up basically towards the center of Zoe territory on this trip, because the trade minister will not allow you the trade minister will not allow you to go anywhere other than directly to the central headquarters, because this is a lethal situation during a citizen's arrest, and that is required. So he will bring all of you there. He, as a member of the Ministry of Trade, being a trade advisor, or a tradesman as they call them, is exempt from questioning, so long as everyone agrees that the trade minister took no participation in the combat. Does anyone want to claim that the trade minister participated in the combat?
Well, I mean, would it help my case, if I said he was, attacked by this main dude? Because he swung at him.
Well, you can't really necessarily identify whether or not it was a hit, but it is something that you could say and see. But it will delay the receipt of the shipment, which may impact the amount of money you get from the delivery of the shipment. So it may not necessarily help your case, because it would be kind of like a hearsay thing. It would be
Could I do like a knowledge law to kind of like weigh whether I?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a knowledge law. It's a good idea. So yeah, with a 12 in knowledge law, you're still a little unsure. Like this really kind of depends on how you feel your case is. Like if you feel you have a good enough case for not getting in trouble, then you'd probably let the trade minister go. If you feel like this is gonna be a big deal on your head, then you might want to have him stay. But he, of course, will be called back after they question all of you to answer any questions. But part of the way the system works is they want to make sure trade concludes as efficiently as possible, because trade is basically the only thing that kind of keeps the families from like outright civil war.
All right, yeah, I don't want to interrupt trade. I'd rather, if they're gonna request him, because my main concern was, he was kind of a main witness.
Right. No, he doesn't. He's not exempt from this. They want to prove that he was not directly involved in it, so they can just exonerate him and push him on, and then he can come back and give his statement once they've gotten everybody else's.
Yeah, sounds good. More reward for us then.
Okay, perfect.
For quicker trade.
I'm missing this Discord convo stuff. Keep in mind, guys, I have to open up my phone each time to see the Discord. So if you want to do tech stuff, do it in the sleight of heel check.
Yeah, no, we were saying it out loud when you typed it.
Sorry. Okay, so each of you is going to be detained for a short time and questioned individually. So we're going to start with the most awkward one, Galfine. They're going to question you first because you are very clearly the most heavily weaponed person here and the biggest person of the bunch, and they of course believe 100% in stereotyping. Because this is House Zoe, and House Zoe is the most racist of houses.
What?
Hello, Orky.
Be right back.
Okay. So you just go around murdering people, is that how this goes? Or did you have a reason?
All we were trying to do is put him under citizen's arrest for not following the laws.
And what laws wasn't he following, according to you? Is collecting tolls illegal in your little orc mind?
I need to cover up the chat for a second so I can be serious here. No. He was wearing armor illegally under his other armor, and he was requesting far greater tolls than what was necessary.
What a convenient little tale you tell. And you just took it upon yourself to attack him for such atrocities? Did you even check to see if he wanted to surrender?
We did.
And what did he say?
He said that he wouldn't surrender to us.
You know we're going to inquire we're going to ask the same questions to all of your friends, right? Sorry, I figured inquire might be a little big a word for you.
Yeah, I know that.
Good. Then we'll see what they have to say. I look forward to seeing you in jail.
Okay.
Alright, he will leave the room. And he will make his way over to one of the two goblins next. And that's going to be Zug. Okay. I'm gonna tell you what happened. You tell me if good. Yes?
What's that? Can you speak in common?
Oh. You're one of those educated goblins. So did you kill him for the delicious meat? And thought you could get away with it?
No, he was trying to extract illegal tolls. I also saw that he was illegally wearing armor he shouldn't have been, so we placed him under citizen arrest.
Right, in the hopes that you could get delicious lunch out of it, I'm sure. I bet you didn't even ask him if he wished to surrender.
Yeah, we have, well, I didn't personally ask him. One of our party members did, though. And then later on we asked again, and that's how his two cohorts surrendered.
You know, we're going to ask the same question to your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
They better have the same answers.
Yeah.
All right, Pax, you're next.
Hi.
Hello.
You need some information?
Two educated goblins in the same group?
Yeah, what's your point?
And, well, very well spoken.
Thank you.
Happy? What the hell is going on?
What can I help you with?
Why'd you kill him?
Hey, we didn't kill him. We tried to get them to surrender, and they wouldn't, and then they started attacking us. And they weren't very good at it, but eventually we got them to surrender, but I guess he was hurt too bad.
And you say he attacked first?
Yeah, I would never start with attacking.
You're a goblin. Why wouldn't you start with attacking? That's like the thing you do.
That's just a stereotype about goblins. That's not very educated of you.
No, it's what goblins do. We have problems with them here and there all the time.
I mean, I look like a goblin, don't I?
You do.
But you get so confused because I can speak nicely and I'm a nice person.
Yeah, this could all just be a ruse. You could just be hoping that I let my guard down so you can eat me.
No, I mostly eat vegetables and fruits.
That's not true. Listen, I'm gonna go ask your friends. So are you sure this is the story you want to stick to?
You got it.
Alright. Alright, Meg, you're next.
Away.
So, it's weird that a gnome would have some sort of desire to kill. Maybe this was a trick that went wrong? Maybe you're trying to play a little gag
Nope.
on him?
Man, dude, why the aggression?
One of our people is dead, and you're linked to it.
So you're just gonna come down harsh? Do you know we have two talking goblins that are very
I do. It's very disorienting. It's like someone's playing some kind of trick on me. Almost like they're illusions.
So this cat, we gave multiple times to point time where we aggressive to this fellow. Even tried to heal. And he just I don't know, he chose the wrong in life, there's path A and path B. You know what I mean? Sometimes you path B and you pay for it with your you always got to catch the best wave and keep it positive.
And you're saying he just didn't keep it positive enough. Do you think your friends are going to concur with your opinion of him not keeping it positive enough?
I would agree. I think my friends are simpatico and synergistic with me. I think they are all about the paradigm of being positive.
Let it go.
We'll see if that's the case. I'm surprised the first words out of your mouth, though, weren't, "I want a lawyer."
Well, I didn't want to get all heavy, but I feel like I could have taken path A or B, and I took A, and that was the path of least resistant, and that is the path that
All right. Harcourt, you're last.
and have a nice day.
You
Bye.
too. You don't get the same person coming in as everybody else did. You get a familiar voice. Hello.
This is James T.
No, this is Moira.
Oh. Hey.
You notice you recognize the voice as she walks in and takes a seat at the desk across the table across from you. But you also notice that she has more of her face burned. And so there's like a half mask across it that doesn't entirely cover it.
So instead of her hands, it's her face now?
Yes. Did you intend to kill those people?
Oh, of course not. Let me introduce myself. Harvest H. Zoe. Our memory serves, Mara?
How would you know who I am?
I've met you before. Or I would have met you before. It's complicated.
No, I've never met you, I'm sure. Especially not someone who works with the fam hands and claims they're a Zoe, but they're working externally.
You're, trust me. You're really making me dig through my memory, aren't you?
I have no way that I can trust you. You see, your group was responsible for our people being killed senselessly.
Well, I don't think they're responsible for killing him senselessly. Senselessly tried to arrest him for doing something he wasn't supposed to.
What was he doing that he wasn't supposed to? Our people are very well trained and know the consequences of not following orders.
This is first off, we examined the armor he was wearing.
Yes, we're aware of that. We know that that's a common problem, and we punish people for that. If you would have brought him in alive, we could have properly assessed punishment.
Probably. And the amount of money he was carrying on his person?
I mean, he could have had some extra savings, you know.
That he just happened to bring to work with him?
That's fair. It is not commonplace for people to bring additional funds with them when they're out going to work on the tolls. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to try to disconnect, reconnect? I'm willing to acknowledge your point. However, we're actually rather impressed with what your team managed to do. I assume you're their leader, correct?
No. Not in the slightest. Not that I'd ever want to be.
You must be. You have a brute, a pair of goblins, and a gnome.
Well, the last time you and I were together, we had a brute. Let's see. It was you. I'm going to assume I can remember their names.
Give me an intel check.
Come here.
Okay. That is a crit. So you remember the team fairly well. It was you, I don't remember their names off the top of my head, unfortunately.
Right.
But you had Clarence's character, who was a bit more brutish. You had Tom, who was playing a roguish style character. You had Ryan, who was playing an investigator.
Oh, that was right.
Was that my scroll user?
That was the scroll user character. Yeah.
Okay.
The not magic user.
Yeah, my spellcasting rogue with no actual spellcasting.
Yes. You list off a few of their names, but most key, you list off the name of the person that you reported to.
James T.
Well, you can also list off his name if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
But I was more talking about the captain of the guard for the post
right.
that you guys were linked to. Do you say James T's name as well?
Yeah, we'll add him in there.
You notice her face turns pale when you mention his name. There's no way you know him. There's no way at all. There's no way you'd even know his name.
Yes, there is. I've spoken to him several times.
You couldn't have.
Or I did have going to. It's in here. I just doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my head.
I'll have to have someone ask him about that.
I doubt he remembers me. Just like you don't remember me.
I think you might
Sorry,
be...
the accident. I'm sorry your accident went so badly that it affected your face instead of your hands.
My what? My hands? My hands were fine.
The last time we were together, it was your hands that suffered the brunt of the flame, not your face.
I don't know what you're talking about. I got out, but I took some damage that left me this
I know.
way.
I'm aware. Your aunt, I believe it was.
I'd rather not talk about this. And she gets up from her chair and rushes to the door. The door closes behind you. A few minutes later, all of you are released. They would like to collect each of your current residences. In the event that what you claim is accurate, you will be sent the traditional bounty that the Trade Ministry requires them to send for successfully recovering someone who committed a crime within their territory.
All right. Do I need to do a knowledge law to make sure we're crossing our T's, dotting our I's, that sort of thing?
Go for it. Excellent. So you go over things with a fine-tooth comb. You notice that this in this particular instance, that two of you have contracts that are different than everybody else's. They specifically give you and Galfine a slightly modified version of the contract that would otherwise cut you both out of some aspect of the proper indemnification. Is it the word I'm looking for here? Hold on. Yeah, that would cut you out of some measure of the indemnification. So normally in these sorts of situations, they would reimburse you for part of the time lost from the questioning, the damages that you've taken in the combat, as well as the reward for bringing a fugitive to justice. In this case, the two of you they're basically striking that front. They're attempting to kind of strike that from the record, whereas everybody else is being compensated accordingly.
I'm gonna take care of that for both of us because I did promise the party, that we'd get that even split.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy bluff, or you can have somebody else in the party do it if you just explain to them what's happening, in the paperwork.
All right, y'all. I'll go ahead and leave that to our social character then.
Okay. Pax, he
So
explains to
Delphine,
Pax, he explains to you that the contracts are unfair, and he'd like you to bring it up if you could with the people here and get them corrected.
Using diplomacy?
Yep. Very good. So they take the paperwork and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Typically, these are for a different kind of thing. We must have gotten the papers confused." Anybody who wants to give me a sense motive can give me a sense motive, but I don't think
I need to.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's a total lie. On a 2, you would have gotten it. So they have you fill out the papers, and you will be dispatched your reward within a couple of days.
What's the reward?
You get a reward for if he is convicted, or if they deemed that this is an illegal, if they deem that this is illegal activity, you get a bounty of sorts for bringing someone to justice.
What is it?
They will determine that once they determine the severity of the crime. But there are policies that the Ministry of Trade has set that they have to follow very specifically. So they have to account for the number of crimes that were committed, and once they've identified the number of crimes that were committed, they then report to you. They then report to the Ministry of Trade and to you what they're paying out.
Yeah, I can assure you that I went through the contracts in detail, and these were the only 2 problems with it that I found.
Yeah, you also know that there are very steep consequences for trying to betray the Ministry of Trade, that go as high as completely losing your ability temporarily to trade with other houses. And for House So, that would be a massive hit, because that would mean that many people would start trading in physical, in metals, as opposed to trading in gems. And it's very important for House So to be at the crux of how people exchange wealth. So from here, you guys can make your journey back home. Each of you will stop at the Fam Hands building and can collect your 20 gold for a successful mission.
yay!
20 total or 20 each?
20, I think it's... hold on. It was 20.
Do we add this to our sheet?
Yeah, let me make sure of something real quick. Hold on.
Money.
No, in this case, it is 20 each. The Fam Hands are also giving you an additional reward for bringing the... for solving a problem on the roadway, but they feel like they can adequately even still math out that route, so they will be sending you on a different route for the next trip.
Where do we add the money again on the sheet?
So under your sheet, you go to... bring one up real quick.
Oh, under additional?
Yep. I believe so.
And just add 20 to the gold points.
Yeah. Meg, you are going to be getting, since you're getting back, you're going to be getting 20 gold from the Fam Hands for succeeding at your mission. And you're also going to, in a couple of days, be getting compensation for bringing if the criminals are convicted, for bringing the criminals to justice.
And I went through the contracts in detail, so we're good.
That's excellent. That was the hardest 20 gold I've ever earned.
Well, there is more incoming. All right.
I'm ready.
So, additionally, the Fam Hands inform you that the route they were going to have you take, they're not exactly sure how. In fact, I'll roleplay this out. Mr. Harvest, I'm sorry. Whoa, they would not have done that. Harcourt.
Yes.
How did you know about the werewolves in House So?
I did encounter them already. I'm not exactly sure what tense to speak in. We were grabbed by him. We tried fighting him.
We have reason to believe now that there is a possibility that there will be werewolves on your route that may occur bringing the next shipment through.
Lovely.
They're not consistently in the area, but our scouts have reported they occasionally see werewolves in the area. We need to make sure that whether or not this is true, so this may be an entire loss of cargo. If you feel that you cannot defeat the werewolf threat, we advise you to escape back to Rezik's territory as swiftly as possible. Abandon the cargo. You will not be fined for abandonment of cargo under a werewolf attack.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we do not have silver weapons to provide for you. We would have to requisition them from House Rurik. You may go purchase them yourself if you wish to make a trip up there, but silver weapons are somewhat pricey.
Unless you're going to take and give me money.
We've given you what we can out of what we have available right now to compensate you.
Guess that ain't happening.
And we are preparing to potentially lose quite a bit of money in the shipment of livestock. We would like to adequately put you through this, but unfortunately, I've tried to push up the chain numerous times. The people in House Zoe don't want to listen. They want to assure they're getting the best deal on their deliveries, and it is our responsibility to ensure that we are testing the routes effectively. We do not believe it's a high risk, and the werewolf sighting has been minimal. We've seen no more than 3 in the area at any given time.
Their werewolf problem is not minimal, but okay.
Yes, but in the area we're going to be sending you through, it is minimal. The werewolf camp is not near this location. That's why it's bizarre that we're seeing the werewolves venturing out that way. It is very risky for the werewolves to venture out too far.
You say so.
That's outside of my hands, unfortunately. You're the group assigned to it, and they will not allow us to change what has to be tested.
Running shoes, got it.
Yep. I will assure you, though, that if you do complete this route, it does result in it could potentially result in quite a savings for House Zoe, and that savings is to be pushed back to you in terms of reward.
Uh-huh. All right. We will do our best.
I hope so. I wish you all good luck in this mission. They'll be fine. It's just werewolves.
Just werewolves.
Just maybe werewolves.
Just maybe werewolves.
Maybe.
Just like maybe werewolves last time.
I'm not even saying there's guaranteed to be werewolves. I'm just saying they saw some werewolves.
Not guaranteeing there's werewolves, but there's gotta be werewolves.
Maybe it'll just be some mangy wild dogs that they mistook for werewolves.
Maybe it can play a song for them and they'll calm down.
Maybe. But that is where we are going to wrap up for the night. Good job, guys, on that combat. I am rather impressed that it went so well. I was a little worried there when Galfine took quite a bit of damage. But you held together pretty well.
Do I get to heal back up at all, or am I just stuck at 3?
You'll rest up over the next couple of days until the next trip. So you'll be back at full. Go ahead, Charles. Sorry.
She only responds to Meg, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Meg.
Stop dead naming her.
Thank you. First off, I can heal your character if you're really worried about it. But also, I think it's time that we reached out with our goal of diversity and inclusion for all to these werewolves, should we meet them.
I'm on board with that.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
No, diversity and inclusion for all werewolves.
We'll diversely not include them.
Well, we'll see if that strategy works next session. So we're on for next week, unless there are any objections.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
Is that an objection? Are you going to go out and get drunk?
It's my parents' anniversary.
Is that an objection?
No, I'm just stating things.
All right.
True.
We may be a little later to start. I don't know if dropping you back off Michelle at home will delay me getting home at all, but theoretically it shouldn't.
It depends on like when I get dropped home and
Yeah.
when we get everything settled back in.
Yep. So, but worst case, Tom is usually late anyway, so
Yeah,
we'll just be
I
starting
should
when
be
we
at
start.
my time I normally come. I'm scheduled till 7, like usual.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week or sooner.
I'm gonna see you now.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Julio, thanks everybody.
Bye.
Thank
See you
you.
guys.
Did you change his volume at all?